Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Different Faces. My name is Fatima.
And I'm Pamela.
And for those who haven't seen our podcast before, we're two moms, two friends, childhood friends, that come here and talk about motherhood, womanhood, and different phases that women go through. And today we're going to be talking about,
Friendships, specifically our friendship,
yeah,
mainly. Why is it that we don't talk about friendships heartbreak in the same way that we talk about romantic heartbreaks?
that's a good one. I don't know.
I feel like people, I don't want to say they downplay it, but in a way, it does get downplayed when friends break up.
I mean, how often do you see adults breaking up as friends, if we're gonna call it like that, compared to just like either teens or children? I think that it's different when we are younger and as kids and as teens, we can just say, oh, I don't want to be her friend anymore. I think that happens a lot. But when you're an adult, I don't think that we go through like friendship breakups as much as like, no, we just got distant. We got different lifestyles or we moved or, we found a different group of friends.
I feel like that's worse. Like just friends stop any type of communication and just drift apart. I feel like that's worse than saying getting into an argument and saying, "Well, this friendship is done," and going your separate way.
You
I
want
feel like when
close.
nothing is yes, when nothing is said, it's like at least for me in my head, I'm like, "Oh, I wonder how she's doing," you know?
You're talking about our friendship and our heartbreak. Okay.
Maybe.
Like maybe it's easier for us to be vulnerable with a romantic partner that we are already vulnerable. Naming somebody as yours, knowing that there's boundaries with other people, getting intimate, that like requires a level of being vulnerable. And then when you have a friend, I think that is sometimes superficial and there's no space for vulnerability where you can be like, oh, you know what, you did this. I think that it's hard to talk about friendship and being vulnerable within a friendship than it is with a romantic partner.
Obviously, it is on a different level, the type of vulnerability that you have.
How do adults usually stop being friends, in your opinion?
Something happens, they get into an argument, don't talk ever again. Or like you said, life happens, they go their separate way and don't talk ever again. I think it depends on the situation why they're not friends. Like if something dramatic happened, let's say, I don't know, partner cheated on you with a friend or something dramatic like that,
Hmm.
then of course it's going to be some
Up,
words are going to be had.
yeah.
So I think it depends on why they're not friends.
But then I feel like even though it's not talked about as much, like you still go through like similar grieving and similar heartache as a romantic partner when you do end up a friendship with someone.
Yeah, and I think it also depends on how long those people have been friends for.
Yeah, that is true.
Yeah,
I mean, in our case, we were friends since we were 10 or
10,
11.
10. Well, I was 10.
Then I was 9.
So we met.
Uh-huh.
I came to the United States. You were already here. And our family knew each other. Your parents knew my cousins and my.
They knew your parents too.
Um, yeah, but I think your parents were closer to my cousin. And you knew their kids, which are my second cousins.
Hmm.
And I think one day we just like all went to your house and we all met and started from there. Then we went to school together. Our parents started hanging out a lot more.
I remember being at my house and it was like 9 or 10 o'clock in the morning and having my door knock like loud, like very loud,
You
very
so deep. Your memory is good.
yes. I remember thinking that's weird. But my mom had my mom had told me that we had family friends. She said family friends coming down soon, and their two daughters were around our age, and we had to go to the same school, and we had to start teaching them, how things operate here. And I just remember thinking, okay. And then I just remember the loud noise, and then, you know, two Asian girls by themselves walking into my house with like little bobs, and
Oh my god.
just like starting to like, oh hi, how's everything, and then just going inside the house, and I was like half asleep, and I just remember thinking like, oh my gosh, what's going on? And then I think that was on a weekend, and then on a weekday, and then we just started going to school, and we were just inseparable after that.
Were you surprised that we spoke Spanish? I mean, because obviously we looked Asian. I feel like I looked more Asian when I was younger than now. But were you surprised that we spoke Spanish?
You guys spoke a lot of Japanese back then, and I remember not being surprised because I know the influence of Japanese in
In
Peru.
Peru?
I knew about that, but I was very intrigued about like you guys knew a lot of the signs, and you guys knew a lot of the language. You came with a lot of stickers from Japan and little books from Japan. And I remembered me saying, I'm going to teach you English. And I remember you and your sister saying, I'm going to teach you Japanese. And in my mind said, well, I don't know if I want to learn, but okay. And
Well, I mean, that didn't happen. And now I don't know Japanese.
and I
I
should have
know.
tried to teach me.
Yeah. I mean, I know like some words, like the basic words that everybody knows.
Uh-huh.
But yeah, I do wish that I still knew it. I could be trilingual, but
I mean, from 10, 11, our friendship lasted till we were
are you counting until now or before we had
our
like
friendship breakup. We had a friendship breakup, but I don't remember the age.
it was I think it was around when I was 22,
So I must have been
22,
20.
23.
So 10 years.
Yeah.
21, 22. So 10, 11 years. We were friends for 10,
Yeah.
11 years.
Mm-hmm.
Basically, all of our teenage until early adulthood.
Yeah.
I think for the record, it's important to mention that this is the first time that we're going to talk about this.
Yeah.
We have not talked about it.
We didn't go into like details as to what the hell happened.
Yeah, we didn't. Do you know what happened?
Yeah, I remember exactly like the argument that we got into, which was so dumb to be honest.
Oh,
You remember?
no, I don't remember, but it'd
Okay.
be interesting to remember. We went almost how many years without talking to each other? 10 years.
Yeah, because I reached out to you or you reached out to me, I don't remember, like on Instagram.
Yes, it was when Adi was born. Adi was born 5 years ago,
Oh,
2021.
okay.
So,
2021. Okay.
so look, it's been 10 years.
Oh,
We have, okay, we were friends for 10 years, and we had a
stop
friendship
being
break
friends for 10 years.
10 years, and we've been
Yeah, that's
back
crazy.
for almost 5 years. That is wild. And this is the
Yeah, that's
first
crazy.
time we are going to talk about it in an exclusive here
This
at this.
is a tell all exclusive.
Okay, but you remember, and I don't. So just remind me.
Well,
I
from
remember,
what I remember,
I
hmm?
don't remember what happened.
Yeah, so from what I remember is that for some reason we got into an argument on Facebook. I don't know whose post it was. I don't know what started it, but for some reason, oh, okay. I remember that you said that he was treating me bad, but like in worse words. So like, oh, he treats you like a piece of ish. And then so I got mad that you said that. And then I said some like other things. that I don't necessarily want to repeat here. I mean, I'll tell you
Say
what I said.
okay.
We like went back and forth, and I said that, and this was literally on Facebook. Like everybody could read it. So, and me and you were just going back and forth.
Oh, so it was like on a comment. It wasn't like a DM.
No, it wasn't a DM. That's what I'm
Okay.
saying. I don't remember whose post it was or why it started.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
And then me and you were just like going at it. After that, we just didn't talk again.
Mm,
And I remember saying like, "Oh, you guys." I mean, at least they were telling me. I don't know if they told you, but they were saying, "Oh, you have to talk to her. You guys gotta fix this."
yeah, it was happening on my end too.
Yeah. And then I remember one time I had texted you, and I was like, "Do you want to talk?"
Mm-hmm.
And your response was, "I guess if you want to."
Mm-hmm.
So to me, that was like, I don't really want to, but I guess, you
Yeah,
know. So I didn't write back because I
and,
took it like, you
and I
know,
didn't write back either, right?
no, neither of us wrote back. So it just ended like that. Like, even if we saw each other, because obviously we had the same group of friends, we wouldn't even say hi to each other. We would act like if we weren't even there.
Yeah, that's wild. My memory, so I'm gonna tell you because you haven't really been around for adulthood. My memory deletes or erases hurtful memories from my brain. It's like I
Coping
guess
mechanism.
coping mechanism because I there's things that I don't remember that I know happen because other people tell me that they happen, and I'm just like, that happened, and I don't
Mm-hmm.
remember. And it's like I've been an adult when this happened, and I'm like, I don't remember. I
Mm-hmm.
remember me like going on Facebook and unfriending you, like, and I just remember me saying like, "This is done." Like I had enough.
Mm-hmm.
And then people coming at me, like I remember. So we had a group of friends that were like, "Oh, you need to talk to her." And in my mind, it's like, "No, I think I'm done. I think this is. I think I'm good." Just like a feeling of like, so I don't remember like these instances, but the feeling that I felt, which I told my sister, and my sister's like, "Oh, you're not in the wrong." But I was like, I don't need like validation of other people. I just this is how I feel. I
Mm-hmm.
feel that I had your back from little.
Mm-hmm.
You never really had my back. Like I felt like you had the guy's back.
Mm-hmm.
So it's always like you were one with the boys because we had a nice group of boys, and we had a nice group of girlfriends. So
Mm-hmm.
with the guys, I felt like you were among the guys. And so I'm like, I'm trying to protect this girl from this guy that I thought was being an asshole to you, which,
Mm-hmm.
if you put things into perspective now, he wasn't treating you very nice.
Yeah.
And I I remember like even me and him getting into like back and forth, and you not sticking up for me, and I'm just like, why am I sticking up for her when she wants this relationship and she's allowing this disrespect, and she's not defending me when he's trying to get at me. Instead, she attacks me. So I was,
Mm-hmm.
I'm done. And this is not the like I remember like this not being the first time. I remember this being like okay, a continuation of things that had happened where you didn't have my back, and I was just like, I'm done. It's like a one-sided friendship that at this moment I cannot like handle for whatever
Mm-hmm.
reason. I was like, my
No, I
cup is.
mean, I don't think anybody will handle. I can't really tell you reason why I would obviously, I was in a relationship with him and I was young, but I'm not justifying the fact that I was, always having his back and not defending you when I needed to. I completely understand why you felt that way because I would feel the same way too.
Yeah, like I don't know. Sometimes I wish I wasn't so protective of my own, but I am like feisty, and if I don't like something, I will say it
So,
or
yeah.
speak.
And I appreciate that obviously, at that age, I wasn't seeing it that way. I was blinded by whatever was happening, I guess. Love. You know.
But I do remember like me feeling like I was the villain because there was a lot of times where like our friends or group of friends were saying like you're just being petty, you need to talk to her. She is willing to talk to you, and I'm just like I don't know what she's going around telling people because she's not reaching
Well,
out to
I
me.
mean, I do remember that I would say, like, yeah, I'm willing to talk to her if she wants to. But going back to the text, when I asked, do you want to talk? And you're saying, I guess, if you want to, I told him, I was like, I'm willing to talk to her, but I don't think she wants to. So I just left it at that. So maybe that's why they were saying that.
Hmm. I don't know. I was so tired. I was drained.
Hmm. I get it. That's, it's like when you have a friend that's in a toxic relationship and you keep telling them, look at the signs, it's right in your face, but the friend is just there and, doesn't leave that relationship. It does get tiring.
So you think you were in a toxic relationship?
Um, I mean, I wouldn't say toxic, but obviously I could have been treated better.
Mm.
Yes. But I wouldn't say toxic because it wasn't like abusive or anything. Maybe toxic in a way that, whenever we would get mad or he would get mad, it's, not the way it should have been handled.
From what I remember, he was abusive. He I remember him being verbally abusive, like not necessarily cursing, but having a lot of insults or ridiculing you in
Hmm.
like using jokes to call you names and say things that I did not like at all. So at one point I was just like, if she's going to take that, I don't see myself how I can like hear this guy treat her this way or speak to her about, speak on her behalf about this situation like this way. Like I was just completely like not for it.
Like looking at it, obviously after getting out of that relationship, yeah, there was, I mean, I don't know if I would say abuse, verbal abuse, but for sure, when he would get mad, I mean, he would definitely curse and say ugly things. Um, but when you're like, I guess when you're in the middle, like in the relationship, at that moment, you don't see it. Well, some people.
In your end, what did I do to you that you were like, if she doesn't want to talk to me, I'll be fine? I had enough of
Well,
her
the
too.
whole thing about like when I texted you and I asked you if you wanted to talk,
Hmm.
and you said, I guess if you want to. That to me, when somebody tells you, hey, do you want to talk to fix things?
Hmm.
I wanted to hear, yeah, let's talk, or of course, something more reassuring. When you said, I guess, it's kind of like, I don't want to, but you're asking to talk, so let's talk, you know?
Mm,
So that kind of was like, eh. So I just didn't text back.
she doesn't
Because in my
want
head,
to.
I'm like, yeah, in my head, I was like, she doesn't want to talk, so I'm not gonna, you know,
Because a lot of people will be like, you guys are friends and it's been a while, but in my mind was like, no, this has been happening for a while now. Like I think I don't remember who around that could have been my sister or Claudia asked me around that time why, like what had happened, and I was just like remembering like just giving the entire theme of like she has the guys back, she doesn't have my back. She has she's one with the guys, and they were like,
mhm.
give me examples.
Oh, that sounds like Claudia.
Yeah, Claudia, for those who don't know, is another family friend, and we consider her like a little sister. She's not even like just a friend, she's family.
Yeah,
And could have been her, could have been my sister. Those who knew how close we were wanted us to obviously continue to be friends.
fix things.
Yeah, they
Hmm.
wanted things fixed. So I think that the example I gave them before the situation, which is not I didn't like him, it's just I didn't like how he acted towards you or how he treated you. But
Mm-hmm.
for that example, I told them like from the back of my head, just remembering like we were dating two friends. I was dating and you were dating his friend,
Oh well, I wasn't dating him. We're just talking.
and I remember telling me like, "Don't tell Puma," but actually talking to someone else, and me saying like, "No, no, don't worry, I will never tell her." And I was like, I still have to tell her because I have a responsibility with her because that's my friend. That's my friend. But I'm just
Mm-hmm.
gonna tell you not to tell
That
that
you
I
know.
told you,
Yeah.
and I told you like. Then maybe 2 3 days later, called me and he said, "You're the worst. Like you told your friend. I know you told your friend, and you know what? It's done." And I remember him breaking up with me, and I just remember him saying like, I, "If I can trust you, I can be with you." And I'm just like, "Oh my gosh, heartbroken."
Wait, so he broke up with you because you told me and I said something to the guy? Oh my god, this I don't remember this.
And I don't think I even told you that this happened. I think I just said whatever, and
Well, I didn't know this and I don't remember this.
I bet because I was just like, whatever. There was also this situation, there's times where like my ex-boyfriend told me he's going to sleep, but then he ends up going out with the guys, and Puma's there, and she's not like she's calling me to tell me. She's not. I don't think she. And I was just like, I don't think she has my back. But
Was
then my
this like after we stopped being friends or before?
no, this was before
Okay.
when the last thing happened to me. It was like I think I had enough
The
of
last straw.
the last straw. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
like this can be like one-sided to me. What if I'm providing this? What is she providing to me?
Yeah.
So I think I gave that explanation to my sister or Claudia. Like I said, I can't remember who it is, but they needed like, okay, people needed to hear what it was because people kept begging me to talk to you, and I was just like, no, it's because they don't know what I have
Yeah.
gone through and what I'm feeling.
Damn, I was a bad friend.
I don't know
I
about
mean,
that.
honestly, sounds like it. I honestly don't have a lot of memory about my younger days.
You don't remember these things?
I don't remember. I mean, obviously, yeah, I remember when we would all go to the club. Could have done better.
I
Sorry,
also
girl.
think back in the day, it's not like I'm hurt. That's
No,
not
I
how I
mean, we
was.
were both hurt and with valid reasons.
We were young and immature. I think back then I could have communicated things better. Like, Puma, you are hurting me when you do these things. But I wasn't gonna be like that. I would be like, F you.
I see pride.
Oh, of course. It was like, you're not being a friend to me. You're here, having this guy's back.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I couldn't verbalize it for whatever reason. Like I was
Yeah. But how awkward was it like for us to literally be in the same space and not talk to each other? Like we would literally talk to everybody else and us is like we didn't even exist.
it wasn't really awkward to me, because I was never like, oh, I hate her. Mm-mm.
Well, no, I never felt that way either. I was actually, pretty sad when like the whole thing happened.
It was not like, oh, you're an
Hmm.
enemy. No. I would still ask
Yeah.
Tanti how you're doing. I would still ask Claudia how you're doing. But yeah, when we're
Hmm.
in the same space, it's pride. Like if she doesn't come say hi, I'm not saying hi. If she
Oh, for
doesn't,
sure. I thought the same way.
yeah, if she doesn't
Yeah.
apologize, apologizing. It was immature. I mean, you also seem to be having like a blast. You seem to be like you had like a group of friends, I think. And I'm like, okay, so she's moved on friendship wise.
Hmm.
And I think along that time, I met my friend Vanessa in college, and I was, well, my only one friend till this day that I have because I don't
Hmm.
have a group of friends. Like I think you had like a group of friends in like Best Buy or like
Yeah, I mean the friends that I've had is I've met them, at work. But
You
yeah,
had a big circle of friends around that time,
yeah, mostly from Best Buy. Yeah, I
and you
mean,
guys were
and also not all of them were friends. A few of them were friends, and the others were coworkers, acquaintances. Yeah, we would hang out, but it's not like I would bring them to my house or like we would talk every day. Friends were a few.
find it very hard for me to make friends in general. I can talk to anybody and I can create a conversation with anybody, but it's like reaching that level of like, okay, I'm gonna check on you or I care about you. That doesn't come easy. I think
Okay.
after our friendship, Vanessa. So besides her, no, I haven't had like a long friendship. Brittany, which has been my friend since high school times, and well, since earlier than high school times, and we just we remain friends.
You remember how we fixed things?
I remember that, but do you remember?
I remember because so I was having a conversation with my now husband. Back then, he was my friend. That's my friend that we were letting things flow.
Okay, okay, okay.
I don't know how it came up, but the conversation came up. I think it was because maybe I saw that you were pregnant or something, and I was
Mm-hmm.
telling him about you and like how we like super close, and then this thing happened, and then we stopped talking. And then he told me reach out to her, like talk to her, fix things. She's like your tell her friend and see how she feels.
Mm-hmm.
So after I had that conversation with him, I don't know if I like liked a post or I started following you or I wrote you on Instagram. I don't know which one of those,
Yeah, both.
but
All of them. You follow me,
all of the above.
like pictures, and then you follow me on Instagram.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes. So you follow me, like pictures, and roll me on Instagram. I was in the ER when you did that. I was at the ER because I had my left leg swollen, and I called the doctor. This was like 3, 4 days after giving birth. I called the doctor and I said, "Weird. I have my left leg that is swollen. Go to the ER. There's gonna be a lung embolism. Blood clot reaches to your lungs. You're dead." I was
Hmm.
like, "Oh my god!" So I went to the ER, and as I'm waiting to be seen, I see that you call that and in my mind, I'm like vulnerable. I'm thinking like they better take me in before I die. I have a 3-day old baby.
Hmm.
I accept you, and then I reply to you. So while I was nervous at the ER waiting, me and you were texting each other. Like they're like, "I heard you had a baby," and I was like, "Yes, boom, I had a baby."
Oh my god, I don't even know. I don't even think you mentioned that you were in the ER. I wonder if we still have those messages.
It would be nice to look into that. And then I think I told you have to meet her. She needs aunties or something like that.
Hmm.
Because in my mind I was dying and I needed to make amends with you. So you're lucky if you caught me
Just
on a day.
I got you at the right time.
Yeah, I was like vulnerable.
At that time, I was already in New York.
Oh, you were.
Hmm.
Yeah. Yeah, but I loved it. I mean, I love that we started talking from there, which has been 5 years. Can you believe it? And then I remember you
Crazy.
coming to the house
Hmm.
when you came back from
New York.
New York. Yeah, and I remember telling Camilo too. You guys will always come up in conversation or like childhood pictures.
Even my parents, like when we weren't talking, they would ask me, like, "Have you talked to Fatima?
Hmm.
You guys are still not talking." It will always randomly come up.
Yeah, yeah. My mom too. My dad not so much. He doesn't really. He like
Care.
doesn't. It's not like he doesn't get. It's like he doesn't get involved. How about since we've been back from our breakup, has people asked you about like our friendship?
No, because a lot of the friends that we mutually had, I don't talk to them.
They're probably like watching and wondering what's wrong.
Don't talk to them. Nobody has asked me. I mean, and honestly, not even your sister. Like, I don't think this conversation has come up.
Oh,
Like, she hasn't asked me. Or, like, we haven't
I
talked about
spoke
it.
to her about it. Yeah, I think I spoke to her about it. Because you guys continue being friends all these years.
Yeah.
I made a decision for myself to remove myself, or to and you also made a decision not to pursue further the friendship. So, what about people that are going through this with a friend now? What would you say, having been through it?
I would say if you have the desire or the need to want to talk about it, whether it is to talk about it to fix things or just to get closure, do it. You don't know what the outcome might be. But if you don't feel any type of way and you're okay with how things are, then you know. But I would, I would advise to talk about it, especially if it's 10 plus years of
Mm,
friendship. Because I feel like nowadays you don't find that, especially in this social media era.
it's hard to find. So you're saying that if you
Talk it
have,
out.
yeah, it's best to talk it out.
Yeah. Whatever the outcome is, whether it is to fix things or just to say what you have to say and then go your separate ways.
If I would redo things, I think I would have probably talked things over. I feel like I should have said, Puma, I am, choosing to walk away from this friendship because of this, that.
Hmm.
Then just, okay, I'm not gonna talk about it. I'm gonna unfollow you. And just leaves a lot of like questions and unknowns.
It definitely did, to me at least.
Yeah. In my mind, back then, I was like, she must know what she did, and she must know what's taking place. She must know the type of person she has next to her. I think that that's like, I don't think that there are certain things that have to be said. I think she can just put like, okay, this is it. But now that I think about it, like, I think I did wrong by just saying, I was just thinking about myself and not being like, okay, you know what? She needs to hear this. She needs to hear that I don't
Yeah.
like treat her. I don't like the way, I don't like the way I feel around her and him. I don't feel like she has my back.
Hmm.
I just name all these things because I feel like at that moment you could have said, that's fine, I understand. I'm okay with that. Or you could have said, no, that's not true. I'm willing to put him in his place and tell him to respect you, or I need to talk to him about how he talks to me. And
Hmm.
I don't know, like I feel like we could have either solved it or at least have closure, but I didn't do
Yeah.
that.
Yeah. I mean, I definitely had, like, I didn't know that you felt like I didn't have your back. I didn't think that the way I was acting or the things that I was doing was hurting you like that.
Mm, we were just immature, and
Yeah.
you wouldn't have known unless I spoke up, and I didn't. So
I do think that things happen for a reason. You know, I think that we stopped being friends at that time throughout my whole relationship with him. I guess for me to learn my lesson that he wasn't for me.
yeah,
And then we rekindled our friendship when I got a better person.
yeah,
So,
yeah. I will ask here and there, like I will ask my sister here and there, like, how's everything? Are they still together? And then Shanti will be like, they are, but she's really treating him bad right now. I was like, oh, good for him. Good for her and him. Good, good. Yeah, I will hear things in there. But here and there, like when Keisha Cole will come up, or, like, or inside jokes, I do remember thinking, like, ah, Puma. It wasn't like I fucking hate her. No, it was like, oh,
you know what I would think of every time I would hear like a song from Sin Banderas? Like I would
oh,
hear,
yeah. Yeah, what do you think?
yeah, because I don't know if you remember how we would be at your house and like we would take naps and you had like a Sin Bandera CD and you would like put it and like we would all just like knock out.
Yeah.
I feel like with that relationship, either obviously lost you as a friend at that time. And then even after me and him broke up,
Mm-hmm.
I also lost friends.
That you had during your relationship with him?
Yeah.
Mm.
And
Because,
like
sorry.
I wouldn't say that they chose him over me because that sounds so childish. But we made friends together that we met at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
And obviously after me and him broke up, I lost contact with them. We just don't talk.
And they don't reach out, or you don't.
No, I mean I didn't reach out. It's not like I've tried to reach out.
I wonder why friends sometimes, distance themselves, or I think that a lot of things that unite women is like secrets, right? Women become
Gossip. I'm sorry.
friends. Could be gossip, could be secrets, like, oh, you know my secret, I know your secret, now we are bonded for life and we're friends. And
Mm-hmm.
to gossip on other people's secrets. I think that, with men it's more like hobby based, right? Like I like
Yeah,
cars, I like basketball, and I like, it's like it's very superficial. It's not feelings. With women
yeah.
it's feelings. I don't know why women distance themselves, but one day I remember asking my mom, because I have a group of friends, I have groups of friends different here and there, that sometimes get together and they don't really like count me in. Like sometimes I will see pictures, or I will see like, oh, they hung out, but I used to hang out with them too.
Oh,
Wi-
that's okay.
And I'm just like, I wonder why they didn't call me, or why, I wonder why I was left out. The way that she responded was, "You look like you're doing okay," and I was just like, "What do you mean? Like you look like you don't want friends?" And I was just like, "What? So you look like you portray yourself on social media like you have it all. So when
So
people
people don't reach out.
so people don't reach out, like you're okay, you seem fine." And I'm just like, I was like,
But then how do you, I mean, I don't know. Then how would you make it seem like, oh no, I do want friends? Like that, I don't know.
ah, exactly, exactly. I was
Then,
just like, no, being a mom sometimes is lonely.
yeah.
If I give that vibe, how do I do the other way? I'm not gonna go and start crying on Instagram. I'm not the type that will post
Okay.
quotes that are sad, or like, you know, I'm not that type. If I'm gonna post something, it's gonna be positive. It's gonna be
Yeah.
happy, and I'm not gonna like try to get attention on the days that I'm not feeling my best. So if people are feeling that I have it all together, damn,
Good
like
for
that's
you.
for them. But I would still want, like, if I can make it, I would still want people to tell me, "Do you want to do this?" And I'll tell you no. You know what I mean? Like if I can make it, I will tell you no. But I
You
was
want
still.
the option of saying no.
Mom's like, if you go
You're
to
so
like, work events, if you go to gala, if you're posting that you have a lot of work, if you post that you are with your family, why would they invite you? They'll probably think you're busy, or they're probably intimidated by all these things you're doing. And in my mind, it's just like, no, tell me, let me tell you, I can
let
make
me
it.
decide. What do you think makes a good friend? Like what qualities make a good friend? And do you think you have them?
Honestly, what I notice is that I don't want a one-sided friendship. Like I want I think the friends are those that you give and take. Not necessarily like, oh, I'm gonna count, how many times I've been there for you and how many times you've been there for me. I don't think that that's
Hmm.
friendship.
No, but like a reciprocal
A
friendship.
typical friendship. One that like
Hmm.
I'm not the only one that's calling. I'm also getting calls from them. I'm not the only one that's just
Hmm.
checking out on them. They're checking on me too. Somebody that you feel comfortable enough to just be yourself, that you just be vulnerable, be able to share insecurities, and know that they're not going to judge you,
Yeah.
or think somebody that has like good listening skills and relatable. I think that's what makes a good friend, just somebody that you can be a great friend, but not a great friend to me, let's say. But then
Yeah.
I can be a good friend, but maybe not to somebody else, But let's say if me and you have something that we're relatable to, like moms, we same background, same hobbies, same interest, same goals, same qualities, same values. If we have something that we can relate on, then we could be good friends.
I think a good quality to be a good friend is being trustworthy. Me having trust in my friend, knowing that they're not going to betray me in any way, I feel like that's the most important to me.
Those things happens with, friends that get together at nighttime, and if you can, if there's a girl around you that you don't trust and you're like in a night setting,
Be prepared
it,
to fight.
it's no, I'm just saying, like, keep the girl out of your life. Keep the girl out of your life. It's already hard enough, you know to feel insecure or to be jealous with strangers, and imagine to have to feel that way within your circle. No. Say I have my boundaries, like that. I think that we should all have boundaries of things that you shouldn't do.
Agreed. Yeah. Boundaries with how you expect your friends to act towards your partner, boundaries with your partner, how you expect them to act with your friends or even their own friends.
Mm-hmm.
Have you heard of being a cactus friend or a bonsai friend?
Never heard of that.
Okay, so let me tell you. A cactus doesn't require to be watered too much or being taken care of. You can water it once a week or once every 2 weeks and they're fine. So it's very low maintenance. Versus a bonsai, you have to take care of it, water very often, and very high maintenance. So being a cactus friend means, you can have a friendship and let's say not talk to the friend for weeks or even months. And once you guys reach out, you just catch up like you guys never left. Or being a bonsai friend that you need to constantly be in communication with your friend, constantly be hanging out for you to feel connected with that friend. Which one you think you're?
I think I'm a cactus friend.
Okay.
Yeah. I think that being an adult is difficult enough, with work, with relationship, if you're with a spouse or significant other, and parents and birthdays and work functions, and kids if you have kids, and then on top of that to add having to continuously connect with a friend sounds exhausting to me.
Hmm.
The friends that I have, which are less than, you can count with one hand, are those that I can bond after days, weeks, or months of talking to each other and knowing that they're there.
I'm good with being a cactus friend. Yeah. I mean, also because obviously I don't have as much friends as I used to have back then.
Hmm.
But, like you said, life happens. Everybody's busy. We're not young how, like back then we used to hang out whenever, doing whatever.
Doing nothing sometimes.
Yeah, literally just go to somebody's house and sit there and do nothing, literally. Yeah. But, yeah, I think I'm more of a cactus friend now, and I'm cool with that.
Glad we talked about our friendship and our friendship breakup, and if it ends.
Reconciliation, becoming friends again.
Yes.
Yeah. And if you ever feel any type of way
Hmm.
that you think I'm doing something that is hurting your feelings or making you feel some type of way, say it,
Yeah,
you
I learned
know,
my lesson. I'm gonna.
because, yeah,
Sometimes you wonder, like, are things better said, or are things just better
left unsaid.
left unsaid?
No,
And
I think you should always say it.
yeah,
Yeah, I mean, and not only in friendships, in general.
at least giving it a try.
Hmm.
What else you have to lose? You put things in a balance, and it's like you either talk it over and put the ego aside, pride aside, or you lose that friendship. And if you put things into perspective, it's not, sometimes it's not worth it.
Because I mean, sometimes you might lose a friend if you don't say something. You might lose a friend if you do say something. You're gonna lose a friend either way, so just say it. So this was our story of how we became friends, stopped being friends, and became friends again. Moral of the story is say how you feel, no matter the outcome.
Speak up and talk it over, leave pride aside. If you have a good friend worth fighting for.
Of course, this doesn't go to just any friend.
Yeah, no. We're talking about like we had 10 years of friendship and memories. But I mean, if you have a friend out there that's not being good to you and it's not worth saving it, I think it still needs to be talked it over. Sometimes
Yeah,
we do need
talk
like,
no matter the outcome. It doesn't mean that because you're talking about it doesn't mean you guys are gonna be friends still or fix the situation because obviously not every situation can be fixed.
mhm.
But say your piece.
Yeah. And if you're wondering why maybe you don't have a good friend, or you don't have the best of friends, kind of like do a little deep inside and see what kind of friend are you being, because sometimes friendships are not necessarily like reciprocal. So sometimes
Mm-hmm.
you give in order to receive, and we don't realize that.
This was it for today's episode. Now go out and find a friend.
Oh, call that friend again. One you stop talking to.
Yeah, shoot him a text and say what you have to say.
Yes.
We hope you guys enjoyed our story and maybe somehow you guys can relate to it. Before we go, we do want to take a deep breath in and let this be your reminder that it is okay to slow down, embrace your face, embrace your growth, and thank you for being here with us on Different Faces. Till next time.